Hi, this is Debbie with the Food Prepping channel, and today I'm going to make something that I've never made, but I want to try. I'm going to make stuffed cabbage rolls. I'm not really sure. I know that I've got some ground chuck that I've got to use. I'm not sure what else I'm going to put in it to go in there. I know you're supposed to put rice in it and I guess onions and peppers and stuff. But what I'm doing right now is I'm going to try to get this, the core or whatever out of this cabbage without cutting my hand off. I hope I can do it. Because once I get the core out, I'm going to put this in some water for about 5 minutes and get the leaves so they'll be pliable enough to roll up the meat mixture or whatever that I'm going to put in here in the cabbage, in the stuffed cabbage rolls. So I will bring you back after I get this out, because this is I'm scared I'm going to cut myself on the camera. And that was pretty bad the other night when I burnt my arm. So I really don't want to cut my finger off with the camera on. I'm just working it with the knife. And I probably need a bigger knife. But anyway, I'll bring you back after I get this out. Okay, I'm back. And I've got the majority, I guess, of the core out of the cabbage head. And so what I'm going to do is I've got water in here in this pan. Let me make sure y'all can see this. It's there. I've got water in this pan up to about right here. And I'm got this on sear. And I'm just going to put this cabbage head down in this water, and I need to get, yeah, I'm going to have to get some of the water out. But anyway, I'm going to let this boil for like 5 minutes, and then after that, it's got to cool, so I'm not even going to worry about it until it cools down. And after this gets, after I drain this of the water, then I'll bring you back, because I got to make the hamburger or the ground chuck filling for it. So I'll bring you back. Okay, I'm back. I just wanted to tell you, I've already gotten the cabbage out of this pan, and I've got it in a bowl covered with aluminum foil, and it's just steaming. And this, now I know how this is going to do, but, what the heck, we'll give it a try. I'm cutting up little bitty, I've got 4 yellow potatoes, and this is like a small onion, and this is the size of the potatoes that I'm putting in here. And I'm going to try and do these cabbage rolls with potatoes and some brown rice in them, plus the onions and the carrots and peppers. And I'm gonna see what it tastes like. I've never done this before, but cabbage and potatoes go okay together, so I figure if I just cut these into little bitty pieces and let them boil for a few minutes, that they'll cook when they're in the oven baking. So I'm just going to cook these potatoes for like, since they're so little, probably for about 5 minutes. And what I'm doing is I'm just cutting them in small strips, just like this. I've got them cut into small slices, and I'm just cutting them like this, and then I'll go back and cut them, and we're going to see. I know some at some point in time, somebody's tried to put potatoes in cabbage, stuffed cabbage rolls, but I've never even made stuffed cabbage rolls, so I'm just kind of doing this from what I've seen, and not the potatoes. I've never seen anybody put potatoes in it, but I've got all these potatoes that I got to use before they go bad. So I said, what the heck? I'll just put them in the water where I boiled the cabbage and cook them for 5 minutes and roll these up in the cabbage rolls too. So I'll bring you back when I get ready to do the ground chuck. Okay, there's a change of plans. I just went to get my ground chuck out, and it was no good. It had been in my freezer for a while, and I've never had any problem with it before, but this was no good. So what I'm going to use in these cabbage rolls is I've got a little pack of ground sirloin and a pack of ganoes, and I think it's, hot sausage. So I've got to thaw both of these out. I've got, this pan has got the potatoes in there, so I got to thaw these out, and then I'll bring you back when I get to that point. Okay, I just wanted to show you this. I have got the 1 pound of hot sausage in here. I've got the potatoes, which I didn't even cook 5 minutes in that water and then drained them, and they're like mashing up. I've got 1 small onion, and I've got 1 green bell pepper in here. And as you can hear, I've got the ground sirloin in the microwave, defrosting, and I'm gonna put salt and pepper in here, and I've got the cabbage leaves under aluminum foil in a bowl, under aluminum foil, getting soft, and I'm gonna look and see if there's anything else that I might want to put in here too. I've got a tomato that I've got to use, so I may cut the tomato up and put it in here too, just to give it some liquid in here. So far, I did put like a half a tablespoon of canola oil in here, because this sausage is pretty dry. And I'll bring you back. We're gonna see. I hope this turns out good, because it's daggone sure smells good. So I'll bring you back in a little while. Okay, I have everything in here but the salt and the pepper that I'm gonna put in here. I put in a half a cup of, this is just great value instant brown rice. That's in here. I've got a pound of ground sirloin, a pound of hot ganoes sausage. I've got 4 yellow potatoes. I've got 1 small onion. I've got 1 green bell pepper. I've got 1 tomato. So I'm just really going all out on this one and hoping it's gonna taste wonderful. I'm not sure yet what kind of tomatoes I'm gonna put on top of this to bake, but everything's in here now, and I'm gonna let this cook for a little while, and I'll bring you back when I get ready to do the put all this in the cabbage leaves. Okay, here is the cabbage leaf. Here's the head of cabbage, and I'm just pulling the leaves off, and here's the stuff that's going to go in it. And what I've done is, at the very bottom of your cabbage leaf, there's a little part of it's hard, so I have to take a knife and I cut that piece out. And what I'm doing to make this easier is I'm using an ice cream scoop, And I'm just going to scoop the stuff out in that, like that. And then kind of smooth it. And then make sure that I can roll it up. Now there's brown rice in here, so I can't get it so tight. It's going to have to be kind of loose. And this one is going to be a bigger one than the other ones. But I've got to figure this out because I've never done this before. So let me see. Here. Alright, now I'm going to put it in there, and then you put it upside down in your pan, and my pan has been sprayed with the vegetable spray. And now I'm going to get another leaf off. And I have to put my glasses on to see everything. And I'll show you what I'm talking about when I get this off. Alright, you see this piece of hard? That's hard, and it's not going to get soft. I mean, it would probably if I cooked it for a long time. But Kathy said to try it this way, so I'm going to try it sideways and see if that will work. Alright. And I'm just going to put one big scoop in there of this, and then I'll roll it up this way, and then do the sides. And you're rolling it up just like you would a burrito, but you don't want to get it too tight. And then I'm just going to lay these against each other. Alright, let me get another one and I'll show you one more time. And I'm definitely having to use my hands on this. Well, remember to cut this part off down here. Well, Kathy was right, it is a lot easier doing it sideways. So stir this up a little bit and put one scoop right in the middle, and then roll it up, roll the sides up, and then roll this up, and it's tucked under, so you just put it right in there. And so I'm going to fill up this pan, and I've got my oven preheating to 375, and when I get this pan full, I'll bring you back. Okay, here are the cabbage rolls. And it's kind of a little bit hard to do, but I had all this cabbage left, and I had some of the ground sirloin and the sausage stuff left, so I just mix this, and this is going to go on top of this. And what's in this bowl is the rest of the ground stuff that's inside the cabbage roll. It has 2 cans of tomato soup and 1 can of diced fire roasted tomatoes. Alright, and what I'm going to do is I had this much cabbage left, and I'm just going to put the cabbage on top of the cabbage rolls. I got all the hard pieces off of it. There's one. But I tried to cut all of them out as much as I could, and I'm just doing this to keep the cabbage rolls moist. and all, because I don't want to wait. Plus, I don't want to waste this cabbage. I mean, it just doesn't. It's not something that you need to waste this cabbage, because I love cooked cabbage anyway. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this whole pan up with this tomato stuff, if I can hold it. And I've got to make sure that it gets down in between them and all that, because this has got to steam and cook. And I'm going to cover this with aluminum foil also, because I want it to steam. And then I'm going to cook it for about 45 minutes. And then I'm going to take the aluminum foil off, and I'll bring you back when I get to that point, because I'm going to show you what else I'm going to do. I've just got this, I'm just brainstorming today with this idea. I hope this tastes good, because it's definitely my recipe. Because I've never done anything like this before, and with my ground chuck not being any good, this is just kind of made up. So, alright, I'm going to cover this with aluminum foil, put it in the oven on 375 and cook it for 45 minutes, and I'll bring you back. Okay, it's been in the oven now for 45 minutes, and it was covered, and now it hasn't really, on 375, it's not bubbling or anything yet. So I've bumped the oven up to 400 and taken the aluminum foil off. And what I'm going to do now, and this is just what I've got panko, just regular panko breadcrumbs, and I'm going to put it all over the top of it and get it all over the place as usual. Just easier to do it like this. And I'm going to put it back in the oven probably for 30 more minutes. That should do it. I mean, that'll be an hour and 15 minutes. So that should do it. So I had the bag of panko, so I didn't really use that much of the panko breadcrumbs, but I want it to be like a crispy topping on it. So, alright, so I've bumped the oven back up to 400, and I'm going to put this in there for another 30 minutes, and I'll bring you back. Alright, here's the finished dish. I'm just letting it cool off now. When it cools off, I'll put some on a plate and let you know what it tastes like. So I'll bring you back. Okay, hopefully it's cooled off enough now to where I can get a couple of these and see how they taste. And some of the cabbage. Oh, God, it smells so good. So good. That's a piece of cabbage right there. And then, of course, I want some of these panko breadcrumbs. And I have corn on the cob, too. So, this is definitely not a low-carb meal because of the potatoes in here and the rice in here and the corn on the cob. But now I got to get a fork because I forgot, so I will bring you right back. Okay, I'm going to take a bite of this and see what it tastes like. And I blow it, and the panko breadcrumbs go everywhere. Oh my gosh. I know I say that on everything that I fix that's good. But this is amazing. Oh gosh. There's a sweetness to it, and I really like it. Mmm. Mmm. Oh my gosh. Now I'm going to get some sausage and the ground sirloin. Mmm. This is so good. I know it's definitely different, but it is so good. Look in there. It's got the peppers, and there's the sausage. And the potatoes are in there somewhere. This is really good, y'all. So if you like this recipe, give it a try, because I think you'll really like it. And if you do, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. If you'd like to be a part of my Facebook page, go to facebook.com//foodprepping, one word, FoodPrepping. And you have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.